Appreciate everybody being in the building, man. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Just to go ahead and stick that 1 in the chat if you can hear me like you're supposed to, man. That's what I need you to do for me right now, man. Go ahead and put that 1 right on in the chat right quick, man. Y'all know we had to come through and get it done like we supposed to, man. Y'all know we had to do it. Appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Let's go ahead and get ready to do it. All right. So here's what I want y'all to understand, man. Very few men in this society have a woman who's worthy of marriage, but not just legal marriage, anything that even resembles that. Cohabitation, sharing of anything major in your life. And we're going to talk about some reasons why, man. We got a banger show for you tonight, man. We're going to give the people a couple more minutes to get in here, man. MPI, what's good, man? I see you in the building. Wouldn't you like to know what's good with you, man? Royalty, I see you, man. Hog 77, what up, man? Matter of fact, we'll do it like this here, man. Maximize Vitality, what's good with you, man? Good to see you in the joint. MPI, I see you, man. What's good? What's good? When you like to know, salute. Royalty, what up with you, man? What up? Hog 77, what up, Hog? The Rain Carriage Show, salute. Good to see you in the joint, man. Swear the Wizard, Kinfolk, good to see you in the joint, man. Good to see you in the joint. Tony Dinwiddie, what up, Tone? Good to see you in the joint, man. Salute to you. KT, keep tapping. What up with you, man? Dr. Nova J. Bay, what up with you, man? Good to see you in the joint as usual, man. Good as usual. If your wife is watching, man, you know what I'm saying? Tell her I appreciate her tuning in as well. Cheese, what up, man? What up? Blocks Deep, what up with you, man? Appreciate you being in the joint. Being fresh, what up? What up? Keep it retro. What's good, man? It's been a minute. Good to see you in the joint, man, as well. AJ Shaka in the joint, man. Good to see you in the joint. Homie Royalty, man. Let's get back down here and see who I missed down here at the bottom, man. Make sure we doing the check-ins properly, man. Ash Rogers, what up with you, man? What's good? G Brown, what up, G? Steady IQ in the building. What up, Steady? What's up, man? JK all day on deck. What up with you? Tony Duff. What up, Duff? Good to see you in the joint, man. Salute. All the other brothers in the building, man, I appreciate you, man. That is that personal shout out, man, is something that, you know, it come along with the, you know, if you're a member, you get a personal shout out, man. And, you know, me and the members, man, we kind of connected like that, man. So, but I appreciate everybody being in here, man. Don't think because I ain't give you a personal shout out and appreciate you, man. I do. June, yo, in the building. What up, June? So I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Now, as usual, I know we're gonna get some trollage from this one. So the homie from Brazil in the joint, man. Got a couple of brothers in here, man. A couple of first timers in here. Salute. See Conley in here. A couple of guys, you know, that I already know from the channel, man. Salute to y'all. Salute. So let's get ready to do this thing, man. Now, first of all, let me give a disclaimer. We do not support legal marriage in the Alphasphere. If you want to listen to somebody who supports that and tell you how to go about it and how to get into it, this ain't the place for you. I can tell you how to get out of it, but not into it. But I will say this. It is possible that you could meet a woman who, if you did do that, she would fit in that position. But here's the thing. You got to let a woman know from the beginning, no matter how good she is, no matter how great she is, that's just something that ain't going to happen. And you got to remember to tell her that, and you got to stick to your guns on that. But I will say this. 9 times out of 10, if a woman married you, you are not her preference. See, there's a man that a woman wants to be with, and there's a man that a woman thinks is a safe bet for a husband. The man she wants to be with is never a safe bet for a husband because his mind is not even functioning on that because he is well sought after and well desired by many attractive, eligible bachelorettes. And even some women who shouldn't be seeking him because they already got a husband. But the one who's a safe husband, you know who they want? They want the man they ain't got to worry about a whole lot of women being after. They want the man who they feel like is the best that he can do. She got to feel like she the best you can do. You got to come in like she's this gift to the world when you first meet her. And you the man she want to marry. So let's go to school, man. We came in cool. Now let's go to school. Bennett Blessed, I see you, man. King Abraham in the building. So, man, y'all know what we about to do. We about to go incognito, man, like we always have to, man. So if you want to be a part of this live chat, man, go ahead to the main channel page. And that's the subscribe button. You'll see a join button. Click that join button. Go ahead, become a member. Come back out. Click that subscribe button. If you hadn't, click the notification bell so you can be alerted when we come on. No need to be a member if you don't even know when the show coming on. You know what I'm saying? No need to be on the channel. If you're going to be here and you want to watch the show, you got to know when it's coming on. So click your notification bells, man. But we about to go incognito in 3, 2, and 1, man. Had to do it. Had to do it. The trolls be so deep, man, we had to put it in. Now let's get into this thing. First of all, we got a couple of elephants that we want to cover. And the reason why I'm covering this topic tonight is I put up a video earlier today about this guy who invited his wife's favorite singer. I come to find out that I think her brother invited the guy. That's what I've been told, but not by many people. So the singer showed up and he's singing. She's looking all over the place for him. And when she saw him, she forgot she was in front of her husband, man. And she ran right up to him, grabbed him, dropped down to her knees with her face directly in his lap. I'm not talking about turning to the side. I'm talking about his lap is here. Her face is directly in his lap, man. I'm talking about facing him and her face is in his crotch for quite a while. And then she held on and turned to the side and then put the side of her face on his crotch. And then when her husband reached down and picked her up, she broke loose from him and went and hugged the guy again, standing up, pressed her whole body against him. And then she broke loose again. Then she went back and grabbed the guy again. And I said, let's talk about how you keep from getting caught up in that. So I'm going to show y'all a clip of that right quick. And then we'll come back and, and we'll continue the show. I just want you to see how she just walked away from the groom. She totally forgot about him. He smiled at her. He thought she was going to turn around and come to him and hug. Listen, before she went to the singer, she didn't even turn around and hug her husband, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, this isn't the wedding. This is the reception. But she didn't even acknowledge him, man. She walked right off, and watch what she does. Now tell me where her face is. She is facing that man with her face in his crotch, with her husband standing right there, man. Husband standing right there this entire time. Now he's just standing there this entire time. We'll talk about it. Now there she goes with the face to the side, still in the man's crotch. Hugging him tight too, man. While her husband sits there looking goofy, because that's all you can do, is sit there and look stupid while your old lady doing this. I'm talking about not your old lady that you've been with for a long time so the love is burnt out. I'm talking about your newlywed wife. This is the reception on the wedding day, homies. Broke straight to loose from it. Grabbed that man tight. I'm talking about, listen, man, that's the way a woman grabs you when she wants you. That's not happy to see you. And you know, I had some beta male say, man, Johnny come and say, well, Dr. BOA, you don't know nothing about African wedding. You don't know nothing about, that's a sign of respect when they kneel to you in Africa. She didn't kneel to him. She grabbed that man and put her face in his crotch. That ain't kneeling to him. And you don't kneel to nobody. Only she ain't kneel to her husband first. That's who she's supposed to kneel to. She didn't pay for this. She didn't invite him. She's supposed to kneel to her husband. Why she kneeling to another man? Now, she let him go. She let him go. Look, look. Third time, she grabs him again. Listen, man, she going through the motions because that is truly the man, or at very least the type of man she would prefer to be with. Man, let me tell you something, brother. We'll get into it. Still hasn't acknowledged her husband. Still looking past her husband. Look, never did look at her husband the entire time, brothers. Didn't pay it. When he lifted her up, he was like, hey, that's enough now. Come on, get up. She broke straight loose from, she was not paying that guy any attention at all throughout that entire process. And she was still so lit when she finally calmed down enough to let the singer go. She still looked right past her husband looking for somebody else, man. Let me tell y'all something. We're going to tell y'all today, man, how to stay your ass out of that. And also, we're going to tell you another thing. We're going to tell you how to make sure if you got a woman right now, because a bunch of y'all got women right now. Let's be honest. We the alphasphere. I mean, we striving to be the most alpha version of ourselves, man. So we ain't around here, you know, having no women. So there's a bunch of men in this particular chat, in this sphere, who have a woman. So we're going to break it down, man. And I'm going to tell you some things at the end of this show. Stick around to the end, man. I'm going to give you 7 reasons, 7 ways to tell if your woman is as into you as she thinks you are, as you think she is, rather. Been fresh. Appreciate the 5 bones, man. Been a while since I caught a live. I appreciate your knowledge, OG. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being in the joint, man. Glad you can make this one, bro. Glad you can make it. Now let's get back into this thing, man. So I want y'all to understand that when a woman is in your life, you had better make her prove to you on a daily basis that that's where she wants to be, because you'll just get comfortable. You'll think because a woman is in your life, she wants to be with you. But if you have a great enough life, a woman can just want to be in your life. Let me tell you 2 things a woman want to be, man. She want to be secure and she want to be sure. She want to be secure in life, financial security, emotional security, future security. And she want to be sure. She want to be sure that the man she attached herself to loves her more than she loves him. She wants to be, those are the 2 things. She want to be secure and she want to be sure. And here's the thing I'm going to tell you. I ain't finna bring now, dude. I mean, listen, man. What dude in the world am I finna say, hey, man, I'm going to come bring you to sing to my woman? Too much simping going on out here. So the first clip we're going to look at, man, is a clip where Michael Jordan Simp's son, Marcus Jordan, he's sitting with Larsa Pippen, and they talking about this marriage that she's about to trap this young man. Larsa Pippen is a pro at trapping men. You understand? She trapped, Scotty when she was younger, which I get it. Scotty wasn't getting no women before he had money, man. He went to Arkansas State. You know what I'm saying? Not Arkansas Razorbacks, Arkansas State. He a country boy, man. He won't get no women like that. Got Larsa Pippen, first little thought he met, man, bam, he wiped her up. Spent all his best years with her, spent all his best money on her. She got with Malik Beasley. Nah, Malik Beasley, he ain't getting no money like that. You understand? He ain't getting money like she feel like she can get money. Future, come on, man, we talking about Future. You know what I'm saying? We already know that wasn't going anywhere. But now she locks into Michael Jordan's son, who is Michael Jordan's heir, who is heir to the Jordan empire. That's, the last time I checked, worth about $3 billion. She can't do no better than that. And now she's got him tuned into her with whatever type of magic she's using. It could be physical, it could be food, it could be beverage, it could be enchantment. Who knows what it is? But when you look at this woman, you know good and damn well this man ain't with her man because she's the most beautiful woman he can get. Damn sure ain't the youngest woman he can get. Ain't the richest woman he can get. But she got him. Possibly groomed him. And they're going to discuss this whole marriage thing. But here's what I want you to understand. I want you to listen to what his expectations are for a woman this age. And you know, we ain't talking about no spring chicken. We ain't talking about a young woman. We talking about Larsa Pippen. So let's take a look at this clip.
I think that the only thing that's changed is the black woman. Because there was a time...
Oh, my bad. Elephant number 2. My bad. I set that whole thing up wrong, man. Elephant number 2 is how women have been this way since the 70s. Like, this ain't something new. This whole thing, we talk about the traditional woman. There ain't no traditional woman. There never was a traditional woman. Let me tell y'all something, man. The traditional woman was not a traditional woman. She was a woman who preferred to stay home as opposed to getting out there and getting it. I'm gonna share a study with y'all on Patreon, man, where, man, there were black women, man, who were millionaires in the 1800s, not just the 1900s, in the 1800s. Madam C.J. Walker was not the first black millionaire, the black female millionaire in America. She wasn't. There was some before her. So the opportunity to get money was there, but you know what you had to do? You couldn't get a job, but you know what you could do? You could become a businesswoman. Madam C.J. Walker, she wasn't able to get into corporate America. She worked somewhere as a girl and figured out how to turn that into an empire. That's a hard job. Hell, that's a hard job now. So there's a difference. There was never a traditional woman who was this way by choice. No, there was a woman who decided that I don't want to do the hard work. I'd rather just do these things at the house and let the man take care of me. That was a decision she made, not because she had to, because she chose to, and not because she was submissive, because she was kind of lazy.
I think that the only thing that's changed is the black woman. Because there was a time, let's say my mother, my aunts and things like that, they would say, okay, if that's the way you establish your manhood, I'm going to go for it. And my generation says, hey, no good. Okay. You must establish a new base. I'll agree with that. And we are, as a group, demanding that a new base be established. Why can't we try it my way?
Later. 25 years ago, the strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most black children are now growing up without their fathers.
Now, I want y'all to think about this. This is 1986, so 25 years before was 1961. Think about it. Before integration and all of that. But this show ain't about that, but we'll talk about that some other time. As a matter of fact, I got another channel coming up where we'll talk about those things on. But just remember, this is 86 now. We just saw 70, 71, 72. So let's keep going.
Single women and the children they're rearing alone are the fastest growing part of the black population. Why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really.
Male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Male figures are not substantially important in the family. Now, you heard the woman before, I can't remember her name, man. As much as I know it, Nikki Giovanni. You heard Nikki Giovanni tell James Baldwin, why can't we do it my way? Okay, well, this is your way. So I don't say that to get into that topic. I say that so you men can understand that the thing you're dealing with out here with women today, man, this thing has been building up way before you were born. This thing been building up before I was born, and I'm the OG. It's been going down this hill for so long that there is no catching it. You just got to flow with it, man. You got to accept the reality of what we're dealing with out here. You got to accept the reality. So when you look at MPI, born in 84, you look at Dr. Noble J. Bay, born in 85. Them women right there, your mama was with them. Your mama was with them. My mama was a little bit before that, but it's the same period of time. From the time Nikki Giovanni talked until 1986 right there, those are the women who started this. So if you're if you were born in 85, all the girls who were born in 85 have that mindset. They were raised by those women. So you're not gonna find no wife out here. And all these fools out here just telling you that they ain't found no wife, they just a sucker. I ain't never met a man who had a wife, man, who was just a step. Yes, I had one. I ain't gonna lie, I met one. I know one dude that just a stand-up, I run this type of dude, man. And then I'm gonna be honest with you, he kind of questioned about the way he let his old lady run the money and do all that, man. Give her too much trust, if you ask me. Don't have no what she doing half the time. So I won't even put him in that boat. When you settle into a legal marriage, man, you are not in a position of power, because a position of power, when it comes to dealing with a woman, man, you move how you want to move. You can't do that when you're legally married to a woman. Now let's slide back into this thing. Now let's get into DeMarcus Jordan and lost the Pimp clip.
What's the last name gonna be? If in fact we get to that point, how does that work? You guys must have done the math on this.
Yeah, that's easy. It's gonna be Jordan, 100%.
Jordan.
No hyphen. There's no Pippin - Jordan.
Nah.
No.
If that happens, obviously the wedding date, she's Jordan, and then any kids would be Jordan's.
You know, my kids being Pippin also, I feel like unless I got remarried, I wouldn't change my last name. But if I do, you know, obviously when we do get married, I'm going to change my last name.
Yeah.
What's the last name gonna?
Now, let me ask y'all something, man. When somebody just called it, when you look at her body language and you look at the fact that they're talking like she's his age or younger. This woman is 49 years old, dude. Why in the hell are you thinking you finna like marry and have children with a 49-year-old woman? Just say y'all get married next year, she'll be 50. Why would any man in his right mind be planning that type of young life with a 50-year-old woman? Listen, man, ain't nothing wrong with 50-year-old women. I know some that are very attractive. But ain't nobody finna try to build you're not finna try to have no little kids with her. Early 40s, 40, 41, probably the you don't want to go, no, that's late as hell right there. When you think about it, man, you got to understand that when you're in a position and you have a woman who doesn't fit in the wife position, but you're trying to put it in it anyway, it's a psychological game that's being played on you, man. And you buy into it yourself because as a man, you're not standing on no type of principle. His dad even told him, dog, I don't like this. What you doing? I don't like, man, you think I want my son? My son, man, he got access to, he going to be my heir. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan cut him out of the wheel a little bit, not give him as much as he was going to give him before. Not so Lasha Pippa can get her hands on it. Don't make no sense, man. I'm telling you, we live in a society where men are being told that every woman deserves to be something that she doesn't deserve to be. Well, if you meet a woman, she deserves to be a wife. Why are you messing with her if you ain't gonna make her a wife? Man, she don't want to be no wife. She want to just mess with people. She just been messing with people her whole life. Listen, I don't know Larsa Pippen personally, but I know just based on what she was when Scotty met her and how she's moved around since her and Scotty, and sometimes why she was with Scotty. No man who's in his right mind would be trying to wife her up, man. No man would. You gonna wife a woman up and she already got multiple plastic surgeries? She already got multiple cosmetic surgeries. She can't fix nothing else. Let me tell y'all something, man. You be with whatever woman you want to be with, but you make sure you're seeing things clearly. You make sure you're seeing her for who she is. You make sure you're seeing her for what she is. You make sure you're seeing her for what her interior motives may be or may not be. Her ulterior motives. Her interior motives too. You want to put it like that? Make sure you know what you're dealing with and why you're dealing with it. And also make sure you know why she's dealing with you. Because this is just a money grab. No man should be caught up in something like that. Because the real thing is, if you he's got the gift that most of us don't have. He's been around to know this woman's history. He knows she was married to Scotty. And you know how people are, man. When Scotty and Joan were playing together, man, anything that went on, it probably trickled back from household to household. You know how teammates, man, you get in the locker room, man, be talking about all kind of things, man. If you ever play sports, you know that. So he saw her. He knows her history. We don't get that gift. You meet a woman, you got to take her word on her history, man. Unless she has some signs of her history in her life. Like a one with multiple children, she's been in at least 2 relationships that, where that was the extent of them. It don't make sense, man, for men to be going out like this. It don't make sense. Like, you can't be planning children with a woman who is 50. You just shouldn't be planning unless you're gonna do some type of, you can get some type of surrogate or something. I'm like, man, at your age, why in the hell would you have a woman so old that you got to get a surrogate with her? Could you possibly meet a younger woman, you got to get a surrogate? Yeah. But I mean, a woman her age, you gonna have to use a surrogate. Why would you do that, man? Mike needs to have a man to simp talk. Like the homie said, Mike need to have a man to simp talk with his son. Man, you got to stand on some type of principle. You got to get what you deserve. You can't be compromising on what you deserve. Well, if you compromise on what you deserve, man, it's going to tank your life. Your life going to take a downturn. You got to think about if a woman's energy is low vibrational. And low vibrational is what? It's subjective, right? If I'm on a certain level, a woman that's low vibration to me might be just right for you. Or a woman that's low vibrational for you might be just right for me, depending on the levels. But if you're on a certain level, man, you got to understand, for Marcus Jordan, Larsa Pippen is low vibrational. She's low vibrational. Hey, something she got her eggs frozen, man. I want my eggs warm. I want to fertilize eggs that's been warm the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I want the egg to be moving through the fallopian tube. When I don't want to fertilize no frozen eggs, man. You listen, when you eat breakfast, you don't scramble frozen eggs. When you make deviled eggs, you don't use frozen eggs. When you make potato salad, you don't put frozen eggs in it. When you make tuna salad, you don't put frozen eggs in it. When you're sending little kids out on Easter to hunt the Easter eggs, you don't put no frozen eggs out there. Man, let me tell you something, brother. I ain't doing that with no frozen eggs. I'm trying to tell you like that. It just don't make sense. So, next clip, man, we're going to listen to Corey Holcomb talk about a very important topic. And this topic is how he's going to cover a lot of things that I cover about about the reality of accepting what a woman's history has made her. See, it's not that we hold a woman's history against her. We just accept what she won't accept, that her history means something. Let's get into this clip.
Women out here who will lay down with this dude, lay down with that dude, and we men, we'll see them as long as we can. But nobody want to build legacy with them. Nobody want to build legacy with them. So I call them the tolerated women.
That's a good one.
They're tolerated. Everything they do in our presence, we tolerate it to get what we want, then we get away from them. And that don't make us no better, fellas. But the main goal that I'm trying to get to in this conversation is we can't help the women who don't get chose.
Now, I want y'all to think about one thing he just said, man. We ain't no better. When you are dealing with a woman who only has one thing to offer, and that is her body in whichever form she want to, whichever way she can service you with it, you are going to deal with things from her just so you can get what you want. And here's the problem. That's not worth dealing with any of these things. So you make that woman feel like her value is inflated because she can have all of those hangups, all of those flaws, all of those situations, all of that baggage, all of that turmoil, all of the things that whoever may come with it, and you'll deal with her anyway on a temporary basis just so you can sleep with her. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes there be some good loving, if I recall correctly. So contributing to that puts her in a position where she is in tune with being accepted for her, with her flaws and all. She's a woman who's dedicated her life to lack of self-improvement. She don't want to improve herself. She thinks everybody else should improve. Why? Because man after man after man has accepted her and her shit. And so she's just going to be the same. And even as she starts to deteriorate because of, age and lack of propensity to care for herself and actually start understanding that as you get older, you have to live differently and you have to really be concerned about the small things like drinking enough water and getting enough rest and, keeping those chemicals out of your head and, and off your body and all of that. She doesn't understand that. And so she continues to go down that path. And there's always going to be some man who she doesn't deserve who's willing to deal with her shit just so he can sleep with her. And that makes us part of the problem. That makes us part of the problem. And so as men, we have to start standing on the type of principles that remind us that as you build yourself up, as everything else in your life gets better, you deserve better women too. You can't get to a certain point, and like you can't get to level 5 and still be dealing with level 1 women because you're on level 5. Your entire life is level 5 now. So you shouldn't be dealing with all the dudes on level 1 that didn't rise with you. You cut them off. They don't even never see you no more unless you fall through every blue moon. They might see you out somewhere, but they don't see you. They don't kick it with you no more. You done left them off. They couldn't contribute then to the rise. All of the money habits you had on level 1, they gone because you couldn't have made it to level 5 with those same money habits. But when it comes to women, you will be on level 6 and still be dealing with a woman from level 1. And at a certain point, why? Because as men, we generally tend to not be able to control our libido enough to keep ourselves out of harm's way. So when you see a man who get jammed up on some child support, it's because he was messing with a woman who was on a lower level than he should have been on. When you see a man that got to deal with some drama, if you got a cutlass outside, yeah, you might get your window bust. If you got anything from an Escalade to a Bentley to a Vet to a Beamer to a Benz to a Tesla to a Mustang or if you got anything that's new or newer model, you shouldn't be even dealing with a woman who busts windows and do all that, man. But we do. As men, we sell ourselves short in the female department because we've been convinced that, hey, man, only the top such and such men get the top such and such women. Man, that's bullshit. It just ain't real. Because to be honest with you, if we talk about the top women and all we talk about is physicality, you go to a shake joint in any black city and you're going to see some more beautiful woman you ever seen on that stage, on that pole. So don't tell me we just going to base it all on beauty. Let's continue.
As a result, they get upset with themselves and the world. And they come up with words like feminism instead of telling, you know what, I sleep with these guys. Don't nobody want me. Don't nobody want me. I give my body, my throat, the extra room in my house. I told my son he got to share a room with his daughter. They never get chose, dog. So they come out with words like feminism because it sounds cool, but it's really the unchosen women of America. It's women out here who will lay down with this dude, lay down with that dude, and you know, we men, we'll see them as long as we can. But nobody want to build legacy with them.
Let me tell y'all something, man. And this is one of the realest things I can say to you. A woman doesn't understand how much damage she's taken on when she's been with all these multiple men without a spiritual enhancement to her life. See, spiritual enhancement, spiritual connection takes a long time. It takes a while. So every time a woman had just been in a relationship where man don't call her unless he want to hit, that's a relationship that disabled her ability to ever become the woman she wants to be. She'll never become that because there was a man who was coming and she was allowing that man to just take whatever he would just take. He had no intention on giving maybe a couple dollars, but let's be honest with you. I mean, a man to give a couple dollars in a minute, especially if you can make it right back. So when you look at these situations, man, you got to understand that you can't change it. Like you can't fix. She's never gonna be the woman she could have been when it comes to now. She could be the woman she wants to be. Let's make a differentiation here. The woman she wants to be versus the woman she could have been are two different things. Once she gets to a certain point, the woman she wants to be is something that she's just looking at her life and maybe her situation, maybe her circumstances, maybe something she wants to do or become, or maybe even somebody she want to be with. Who knows? But she's looking at the life she has and seeing where she wants to go from there. But if she was to look back to where she could have been, if she could start over again, she'll never be that again because parts of that woman have been taken by those men. When they come through, they take some with them. Parts of her are leaving every time she's with a different man like that. Parts of her are leaving. You got to think about that, man. Like she doesn't even know who she is at that point. And that is the type of woman that now when Corey Holcomb says nobody is going to build legacy with her, he's mostly right, but he discounted the simps. See, Larsa Pippen is that type of woman. Future didn't build legacy with her. Malik didn't build legacy with her. Only fool who built legacy with her was Scottie Pippen. And now you got another simp that's about to build legacy with her. Think about it. And he gonna build legacy with her by fertilizing some frozen eggs. That's a totally different way of. Hey, listen, man. I don't know anybody who ever fertilized no frozen egg, so I don't even know if your baby gonna come out right. You don't even know. So when you think about it, man, you gotta just be willing to accept the fact that if a woman does not fit that mold, you cannot put her in that position, man. The crazy thing is, if a woman don't fit in the wife position, she don't even want to be in that position. But if the benefits are high enough, she'll do it. She don't want to, but she'll do it. And this is just the reality of it, man. So, that's where the term narcissistic came from, man. A woman calling you narcissist comes from the fact that she believes everything is supposed to be about her. And so if everything with you is not about her, then it must be about you, which makes you a narcissist. What's a narcissist? Someone who thinks the world revolves around them. Someone who thinks everything is about them. If it's bad, then it's somebody else's fault. Somebody doing something to them. If it's good, then it's all about them. They've created this good energy. Like everything positive in their life is all about them. Everything negative is all about someone else. All good around them is their doing. All bad around them is someone else's doing. So if you don't buy into what they want you to buy into, then they'll call you narcissist. When in actuality, she's the narcissist. because everything in her life. And listen, I'm not even saying that's a problem. I'm not faulting her. I'm saying that that's just the way she is based on where her life is and what her life has been. She wants everything to be about her. And in her life, in her mind, everything is about her. What she wants, what she needs, what she desires, that thing she thinks she deserves. Until a woman overcomes those things, she can't fully integrate herself into a situation with a positive man, with a forward-thinking man. You know, it's kind of like this. If your car is out of gas, you can't even think about driving, right? You got to think about getting gas. So where you're gonna go, I mean, like if you got to be to work and you run and you're out of gas, that's different. But where you're gonna go under normal circumstances doesn't even cross your mind. All you can think about is how I'm gonna get some gas. Man, that's the equivalent of a woman who's stuck in that cycle. Like her mind is saying, I just got to get some gas. Or if you want to go work out, or let's say if you want to, if you haven't eaten in 5 days, you're not thinking about anything else at that point except where I'm gonna get this food from. So the problem is when a woman is so centered on her own self and her own ideas and her own outlooks, like our CAB said, she can't be led. She's not equipped to follow any man. She can only follow what she herself wants because she thinks it's all about her. Hence, narcissist. So our next clip, man, is going to be Gilbert Arenas and Kenyon Martin Sr. are going to be discussing what I always say as they're gonna talk about cop and blow. They really gonna be talking about the ism in the square world. They're gonna be talking about cop and blow. How you cop a woman and you take her around some more privileged peas, some more experienced peas, some more established peas, and you got to accept the fact, man, that one of them peas gonna pop her. You understand what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand that, man. So let me get these super chats right here, man, before we move forward, man, and then we'll go ahead and get back into the show, man. All right. All right, so right here we got the boy King Amon, my bad. The boy King Amon, salute. Appreciate the dime. We don't do legal marriage around here, but if it's me, I'm slick removing the ring from that finger, walking out right there, tearing up the marriage license and taking the trip to the honeymoon by myself. Man, I'm talking about all day. Whatever loss you got to take when you realize you with the wrong woman, man, you take that loss. Dorico Buller, appreciate the dime, man. Appreciate the dime. Just something for the plate, Dr. BOA. Salute. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Pesci, boom, man. What up, Pesci? Appreciate the two-bone, man. Lucky woman. Found the golden simp. Yep, the golden simp, man. That's exactly what we'll start calling these boy, the golden simp. Amazed, salute, appreciate the dime. Please, I beg you, men, listen to BOA. I lost my mind and took these warnings for granted, and I live in deep regret now. Again, please be careful with whom you choose to be in your life. You got to be careful, man, because the stain that somebody can leave in your life, man, I'm talking about, boy, it can take you years to get it off, man, to clean it back up. Hog 77, appreciate the dime, man. Salute, Doc. She could be from Nigeria or Siberia. If she got that 3 or 4 spirit in her interior, she gonna finish you before she get rid of you. Real talk, man. Keep spreading that gospel, Doc. Shalom to the Alphasphere. Keep it popping, Pimp. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Supreme C, appreciate the 5 bone. Lost his turning that key and that man back, promising kids so that paperwork gets locked in on it. I'm talking about, man, listen, how a woman that's 49 gonna promise you kids, man, you'd be like, oh, yeah, she gonna have my babies. I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. That's what that boy on right now, man. So let's get back into this thing, man. So let's get into this Gilbert Arenas and Kenyon Martin clip, man, and we'll come back and chop it up after that.
I be in there, like, listen, I be looking at like, hey, how many of y'all got girlfriends? Yeah, 70% of y'all girlfriends gonna sleep with another NBA player. Yep. Why y'all dating them? So get that over you. Yep. Because you introducing her to a life. So introducing her to a life that you are the beginning of. Yep. No matter if you're the number one pick, you are the bottom end of it.
I want y'all to listen to how cold that is that Gilbert just said. It doesn't matter who you are You could be the best on the bottom level, and it doesn't matter because every other level is above you. Every other level is above. That's why I tell y'all all the time, man. You cannot upgrade a woman to some shit she not used to. She ain't gonna never get used to it. See, there's a point where you can only upgrade a woman's life if you're gonna do that to the point where she thinks she could make it by herself. Like that's why a woman you have to have a goal-driven woman, man. If you can't deal with a woman who ain't got no goals. If her goal is to just be where she is right now and she good with that, man, you can't do nothing with her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you won't slide in, man, you slide right back out, man. I wouldn't even slide in. I say, man, if she don't have no goals to go in the web where she at, you already passed her. Cause think about it. When you leveling up, man, you ain't stopping at no level. So whenever you meet a woman, you meeting her in passing. Either she's going the direction you going or she getting left, right? Just like everybody else, either they going in the direction you going or they get left. So I want y'all to think about that, man. You put her in a position, man, she ain't never been in. She ain't even expecting to be in. You put her in a position where you new to it. She going to be new to it, and she going to automatically turn groupie. Automatically turn groupie.
Right? There's players on that team that you watched and admired, they watched and admired. They had crushes on. They got crushes. If you is you, right? You know, there's a Curry in the league that she been watching, LeBron in the league that she been watching, got Jason Tatum, she got John Morant. Yeah. You on the road, goddammit. You on the road. You on the road. And John Morant hit through the DM. Trust me, brother.
Because they all in cahoots.
Let it go.
They all in cahoots, though. It'd be a bunch of them. Because your girl end up hanging with other girls that's around.
Yep.
And that's how that's how the drama and the pettiness start. Because it's like she hanging around.
When did y'all learn that, though? When did you learn not to bring
what?
The quote unquote?
What do you mean not? You always let the work be seen. Like you always give her the here you go.
Put her in
I'm
the
gonna show you
lion's
around.
den?
Yeah. Put her in the lion's den, and we're gonna see who you are.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
Like, we always do that. We
I
gonna
had
play
a situation
it.
I had chick some year see me and she was a little too friendly with teammate and told my assistant that was working for me, hey.
What King said is, hey, when we get back, she done. So when he got back, he cut off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that here's the most trying thing about leveling up in life. The more you level up, you meet women who are just all about the level up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dealing with lower level women, if you're dealing with women where you're the best that they can do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and listen, there's nothing wrong with being the best a woman could do. That's a hell of a thing. And that's not a knock on a woman if you're the best man she could get. Like, somebody got to be the best she can get. It's better you than some dude that, that ain't doing what you doing, right? So it's different dealing with her because she's not going to see a lot of options that measure up to you. But if you get to a point where all the women you're dealing with have already caught the level up train, then you got to understand this. The majority of women out here don't have careers. And the ones who do, many of them don't have careers where they can just level up. So the majority of leveling up that women do, they level up by leveling up with men. They meet a man and level up, and then they get to his level, and then they meet another man and level up. And then that's not bad. That's not good. It's just true. Like all this talk about we got the degrees and we make all the money, man, that shit ain't real. They got all the degrees, but all the degrees don't translate to all the money, homie. I'm telling you the truth. Some of the women who make the most money don't have degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have them. So I say this to you. You got to remember and recall that you got to be ready to cut a woman off. That's why I tell you, cutoff game got to be cold, man. Like, because the moment the embarrassment comes, it's her embarrassment when she does the act. It's your embarrassment if you keep the bra after she does the act. You know what I'm saying? Man, a woman could go and be with let's use the NBA since we just talked to the NBA guy. She could sleep with the whole team. That's her embarrassment. Somebody gonna put it on social media. That's her embarrassment. But if you keep her after that, the embarrassment shifts from her to you. Everybody who was talking about her, now they're talking about you. So you can never be a simp for a bra, man. You can't afford to. Your life is going to change for good if you just simp out like that for a bra. Man, you can't do it. It can't be in you. Look how we talking about Marcus Pippen. And people can say, man, you just jealous. Man, I don't know. Nobody want Larsa Pippen, man. Larsa Pippen money ain't long enough, man, for me to deal with her. For me to have a woman like Larsa Pippen, man, her money got to be long. It got to be MJ long. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she married Marcus and divorced him and take half of MJ legacy, maybe she'll have enough paper. But man, I wouldn't just meeting a woman like Larsa Pippen, man, I wouldn't deal with her. I just wouldn't do it. You know why? Because I know her history. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of that. I want no parts of that spirit. So you got to remember that, like the dude we showed in the first clip, how you get caught up marrying a woman that's a groupie. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, homie. A groupie is not just a groupie for one person. A groupie is a groupie. You got when you talk about body count, you ask women about body count. I don't ask them about that. I just let them tell you about their experience. Like you've been to concerts and they went backstage, got VIP passes and hung out in the back. And I'm like, man, let me tell y'all something right now, man. This real talk. This is the realest talk I can tell you. If your woman is somewhere and y'all chilling and a celebrity come through, 9 times out of 10, her energy is going to shift. I ain't saying she going to not be around you and do all that, but her energy is not going to be as relaxed because there's a celebrity in the building. Celebrity counts. Having celebrity counts. Having fame counts. Having money counts when you're dealing with low vibrational women. See, only low vibrational women care about that guy over there having money and being famous. And so I'm going to sleep with him because he's famous. That's a low vibrational woman. The problem is in the US, in the West, more and more, a larger percentage of women are starting to become like that every day. So when you really think about it, man, you just got to, man, you got to be ready, man. You listen, you got to get out here. You got to know the requirements for the position of wife in your life and not compromise them. And it's hard. Listen, man, it's going to be tough not to compromise them if you let everybody you meet get close to the position. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot compromise that position. Like, you got to stick to the guns of that. I'm talking about you can't compromise now one little thing. I'm talking about if she got to have a certain look to her pinky toe. Don't compromise that. Don't compromise nothing for that position, boy, because nothing else in your life will sink you. Like putting the wrong woman in that position in your life will. It will ruin you. It will ruin you and ruin your ability to come back up because it will take so much of your soul. It will take so much of your mind. It will take so much of your emotion. It will take so much of your mentality. It will take so much of your paper that you can't even bounce back from it, man. And that type of thing ain't worth it, brother. That type of thing ain't worth it. So sometimes you just got to remember a woman would rather be one of many to a certain man than be one of one to the other man. And that's why men have such a difficult time being one of one to a woman. That's the main reason. Let's slide into this next clip, man. So this next clip is, we're gonna do 2 clips. We're gonna do a clip of this man proposing to the woman at her dead husband's funeral. And I want you to see the interaction of the woman. For a woman to accept a proposal at her dead husband's funeral, this dude right here can't be nothing but the side dude. That's all it can be. And we're going to hear this woman talk about how social media created the narcissistic woman. Man, let me tell you something. That's why I don't mess around with them church. I don't mess around with them church girls, man. Let me tell you something, boy. I don't mess around with them church girls, man. Boy, I done met some wild church girls, man. That's a church girl right there. She wild, ain't it? And then listen, they always hollering out. You know, they always hollering out, Lord Jesus, man, at these things, man. Like you heard that pastor, man, when that woman, man, was sitting hugging that singer, man. He talking about Jesus is in here. Come on, man. For that? For this? Man, you got to do better, man. I'm telling you, brothers. And that man sitting there, man, he in the coffin, man. He don't even know. He can't tell. And let me tell y'all, the worst part about all of this is that no matter what a woman does, your woman will probably support it just because she's a woman. The excuse is, well, men have been doing it for a long time. I heard these two women talking, man, and they were saying that a woman don't owe a man nothing. I ain't got to fix your plate. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. I ain't got to do none of that. You know, you could do all of that. It's not my job to take care of you. I'm not your mama. And I said, you know, the crazy thing is, though I bet those same two women will feel like it's a man's job to pay all the bills in the household. So I'm telling y'all, man, here's the thing that I want y'all to understand. You don't have to marry a woman to get the one thing she has. She's going to give you that within a month. 3 months if you really got to work. If the woman didn't like you, okay, I'll give you 3 months. She's going to give you that within 1 to 3 months. Between 1 and 3 months time, she's going to give you her body however you want it. What you going to marry her for? For what? Because she's going to stop giving you her body? Okay, you already had it now. Gone are the days where a woman understands that that's her most valuable commodity. And if she tried to do it with you, when you know she ain't did it with nobody else, you ain't going to go for that either. That's why what Corey Holcomb was said earlier, that's what this is about. It's about once a woman runs up her numbers, man, ain't nobody finna be like, okay, well, I'll wait for you. And that's unless you Russell Wilson or somebody like that, man. Unless you some dweeb like Russell Wilson, but we ain't talking about that. Most of us ain't like that. And then he was just caught up because he was a trick for the girl, man. He said, man, I saw her dancing. He married the girl because he liked the way she danced, man. That's a trick. That's the same thing as a man going in the shake joint, man, trying to get a stripper to lead a life and come marry him. That's the same thing Russell did. So we ain't talking about him. We talking about the average guy out here, man, who is looking at a situation and saying, you know what? This is what she wants, but she's never gotten that before. Put a one in the chat if you ever had a woman, man, that wanted you to marry her, but nobody else ever married her before. Put a one in the chat if a woman was talking to you about marriage and never talking to and nobody ever married her before. Put a one in the chat if a woman talking to you about any of those serious things and nobody ever talked to her about that before. Put a one in the chat if a woman talking to you about marriage, nobody's ever even proposed to her before. Man, let me tell you something, and this is real talk. If you've been with multiple men and you in your 30s and ain't nobody never proposed to you, it's because you don't deserve to be a wife. It's because nobody who you've ever met, nobody who you've ever been with thought you were worthy of that. It's one thing if you would have turned them down, fine. But the fact that nobody ever asked, that lets you know where you rank on that. That lets you know that no matter how good your loving is, no matter how good your dome is, no matter how good, between the thigh home is, no matter how good that is, the man didn't see enough value in you in other ways to propose to you. Because nobody's going to really propose just because of the loving. Nobody's really going to do that. I mean, a stone cold trick is the only one that's going to do that. So that's my question. I don't ask if a woman says she's never been married, my question is, have you ever been proposed to, though? I'm talking about like dudes propose. Has somebody ever had a ring and asked you to marry them? Now, if a dude say, hey, you want to get married, but he ain't got no ring, that ain't a proposal. That's a man just gauging to see where your head is on the topic. I'm talking about, has a man had a ring for you and proposed? And the majority of the time you meet a woman, nobody has proposed to her, but she's been running her bodies her whole life. And the crazy thing is, she believes she still has the same value that a wife has. And so you as a man, the woman ain't going to say, no, I don't have as much value as that woman over there. She still thinks she deserves it. So it's up for you as a man to stand on principle. I don't fault the woman if she get a sucker to marry her. I don't fault her. I think she did good. If that's what if she want a husband and she got one, even though she didn't deserve one, I think she did good. Let's give that woman a round of applause, man. My thing don't work on thing. Let me see. Should I make that thing work? I don't know, man. I don't hear the thing. Hold up. Nope. I don't hear doing that, man. Hold up. Let me see if I can make it work. Let's see. I might be able to. Let's see. I ain't played with it in so long. Like I'm making all them sounds and stuff on the stream. I don't really be trying to do all that, man. I may get into it, but not really. So you just got to think about it, man. So, you know, there's a woman on Steve Harvey show, man, talking about somebody proposed to her 11 times. Ain't nobody proposed to you 11 times. That woman lying. That woman wasn't even cute. She was too big, she was too old, and she wasn't cute. Ain't nobody proposed to her 11 times. See, a woman will say, if a man talk to her about marriage, if a man say, hey, do you want to get married? She thinks she got proposed to. A proposal is a man with a ring asking you to marry him. If you say yes, he put the engagement ring on your finger. If you ain't had that, I ain't talking about the man who told you he had a ring, but your ass ain't never seen it. I'm talking about the man who proposed to you. Man, the majority of women have never had a proposal in their lives, man. And then they talk about it's because men don't want to marry. No, it's because no man wanted to marry you. How come all your friends married and you ain't? Let me tell you something. If you're a woman and you in your 30s and all your friends married and you ain't, it's because you the one out the bunch that ain't a worthy wife. You just gotta accept that. You're the one out the bunch who isn't a worthy wife. You just got to be real about that. Now, listen. I ain't attacking you. I ain't saying that bad about you or none of that. This ain't no attack on you. I'm just telling you there's a reason why you're the one who ain't got no husband. Now, if all y'all ain't got no husband, then y'all peas in the pod. Birds of a feather flock together. But if you the only one, oh yeah. Yeah, it's because if you the only one, it's because you ain't the one. Now, next, man, we're going to hear, let's go ahead and listen to this woman talk about how narcissist women were created by social media.
It is a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in with it, every poor choice is glamorized and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women.
Man, let me tell y'all something that's real. Just over the years, having conversations with women, it is rare to meet a woman who takes accountability for her shit. Man, I've met women who have blamed someone else for everything that's ever happened in their lives. I'm talking about from the time they was a little girl and fell off their bicycle, dog. And not just one, the majority of them. Because they were raised in an era that says everything about a woman is right. Like, you have the right to look at any situation and figure out a way to be the victim in that situation. And once you figure it out, nobody has to approve of it. It's valid. You speak it into existence. We live in a speak into existence environment. My woman weighed 300 pounds. She said, I look good. Okay, she look good. Lizzo can wear whatever she want to wear. Why? Because Lizzo look good. Any man who says Lizzo don't look good, what he's doing? He body shaming. That's what he's doing. Any man who says the sexual rarest of the world needs to sit down, stop talking about these STIs that they passing around. You know what you're doing? You slut shaming. Anything you say that could possibly cause a woman to hold herself accountable, man, you shaming in some kind of way. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a true thing. You cannot change this society. All you can do is make adjustments in how you interact with it. That's all you can do. You make adjustments with how you interact with this society, man. And let me tell you something. It's not just the States. It's the UK. It's Canada. As we just saw, that wedding was in Nigeria. It's Africa, especially West Africa. West Africa is the most influenced by the West. Think about it. West Africa is most influenced by the West. So I want y'all to understand, man, that the reality of life is that as men, we have to make sure that we're aware of a woman who has negative views of you just because you're a man. See, when you think about it, we're always accused of just, man, y'all must hate women. Y'all must. No, it's her. She the one that hates you. Because when you think about it, we're not the ones that are always complaining about being oppressed. We're not the ones who are always complaining about what happened to us. We're not at their hands. We're not always complaining about, it's about time. We're not always the one that complained about being cheated on and being all this. And we're not the one, whoever's complaining about the interaction with the other person is probably the one that has to hate. So it's automatically her. Not us. Not you, not me. It's automatically her. But I don't care. And you shouldn't care. The only thing that matters is a woman's interaction with you. See, at that wedding right there, if that woman had handled that totally different, we wouldn't be saying this. You understand? We wouldn't be saying this. But she totally disregarded her husband in that situation. Why? Because I told y'all before, marriage, legal marriage, is the end of the cat and mouse game between you and the woman. So you got to understand, if we like to say, men are the hunter, men are the hunter. Well, how you got captured then? By the time you get legally married, your ass got captured. All that whole time, you thought you was the hunter. How you the hunter and you got captured? It was a game. It was a game where you were led to believe you were the hunter. So you went fast and you went hard and you went as expeditiously as you could to get to the finish line. And you get to the finish line, you realize, man, you're the one inside the cage. It was you that got trapped. And men just have the hardest time accepting that. You meet a woman, man, let me tell you something. If a woman ever has anything negative to say about what you're doing, anything negative to say about you, she can say it to somebody else that you don't know about, but anytime a woman ever says anything negative about what you're doing, she's a hater. And the same way you eliminate male haters, you got to eliminate female haters. So in this next clip, we're going to hear Bruce. This is a short clip. We're going to hear Bruce talk about how his first wife, told him that he will never be nothing and all of those things and why he had to leave.
I was married to my first wife. She was putting me through. She said, "You'll never make it." Huh? She said, "You'll never." She doubted you? Yeah. She said, "You'll never." I said, "Girl, I see you on TV." I said, "If you ever see me waving, I'm waving at you." I used to tell her that, man. Right. But you can't let people dictate your life. You ain't got to accept what people tell you. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So I went up and but when I was going up, she came down to see me one time. The people ain't laughing at you. They laughing at you because you fat. I said, "No, they're not. They laughing at my jokes." You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out with us, and that's good. We got 3 kids. They're very grown now. Right. Very grown kids. I love them, and I had to move on.
I tell you, man, that all the time. Man, let me tell you something. It's not your job as a man to keep the family together with a hard-headed, disrespectful woman. It's that woman's job to keep her family together. Because the one thing that's going to happen, if the family splits up, it gets harder for her, not you. It ain't your job to protect her from herself. If you're doing the provision and protection for the household, how you going to protect her from herself too? It ain't your job to be jumping through no hoops, man, try to keep no family together. No other animal in nature does that. She got to keep her family together. So when a woman looks at you and says, man, you ain't gonna never make it, or man, let me tell you something. A woman say anything negative about your grind, you got to cut off, not because you hate her, but because the broad don't deserve to get in from your grind. The very moment she says something negative about it, or, it ain't gonna work, or it shouldn't work, or why you doing that, or I don't believe you should do that, or the people don't like it, or I don't like it, or whatever, man, you got to cut her off, because if you don't, she gonna benefit from the same grind she just took a dump on. And you can't play that game with your life, man, with your grind, with your shine. Man, y'all better put the prism of the ism on your mind, man. I'm telling you. That's what you got to do. The worst mistake that you can make is not leaving a woman who you never should have got with in the first place. I think that's the biggest problem. You don't leave a woman when you never should have been with her in the first. You never should have had her in the first place. You know the hardest thing to get out of is something you done let yourself get trapped in. See, you can go in something that you go in with your eyes wide open, man, and say, hey, man, nah, this ain't gonna work. But if you in a trap and you don't even know you in a trap, you get comfortable in the trap. I saw this study one time, it was many years ago, man. I think I may have been like 5 or 6 years old when I saw this. I used to watch National Geographic, man. When I was like 4, my dad started ordering me National Geographic, man. So the National Geographic used to come to my crib, man. I think for my 5th birthday, man, he bought me a set of encyclopedias. Well, I think it was 12 of them. It was 12 of them, and one came every month. So he ordered me a set of encyclopedias, and so, man, when I was 5, 6 years old, man, I just spent time reading encyclopedia, man. But I got exposed to the things I need to get exposed to in the wife and in the world to temper that. So I just wouldn't be this, complete bookworm moron. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm a well-balanced brother. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And I just recall how, when you think about nature and how a mother bear, I hear women say all the time, Mama, I went in mama bear mode. No, you didn't. A mama bear will fight for her kid with her life. I'm talking about against an enemy that's trying to eat them, against an enemy that's trying to kill them. You won't even fight for your relationship to keep your kid father in their life. So where your mama bear mode at? The mama bear does what she has to for the survival of her cubs. So where your mama bear mode at if that ain't what you're doing? You ain't got no mama bear mode. You think your mama bear mode is to get up and get in somebody's face and talk shit to him. That ain't mama bear mode. Mama bear mode is doing what's best for your kid, not for your damn self. The problem is, and that's where the narcissism comes in. A woman of today will have children, and she'll think more about her relationship status than she'll think about what's best for her children. So the broken home is the woman's fault, because she will not even put up a fight for the situation. She'll just, because she don't really care about the kids. She like, okay, it don't matter, because she believes, like those girls said, that was 1986, and those broke little girls who didn't have no money, didn't know how they was going to get through it, probably was getting government assisted, was saying they think they can make it by themselves as single mothers. So what a woman of today going to do when she make $50, $60, $75,000 a year? She going to swear she don't need the dad in her life, but it ain't about her. But when you're a narcissist, it is about you. You can't think about your kids when you're a narcissist. You can't think about what's best for them when all you think about is what's best for you. It don't never cross your mind. So why would you be considering creating a family with a woman who believes that the best thing that can happen to her, that if once the situation requires some work, she'll just leave it. Take the kids with her. All she worrying about is that you help take care of the kid financially. She ain't worrying about, you being in their lives and the type of structure that it'll be if they're in their life, because most of them grew up without that structure. So when we talk about these things, man, dawg, it's a deep dive over here, man. So you start to realize as you build yourself up to the best version of yourself, man, you look around, man, you be like, the pickings get slimmer and slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. When you elevate yourself to the point where you're just too high up, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, to just be around here sleeping around with a whole bunch of random women, especially if you're a man who were raised on the prism of the ism and you already was used to knocking down bad little chicks, man. When you become an adult, you don't float like it don't float your boat no more. Like if you were never getting no chicks when you were younger, yeah, when you get some money and get a little notoriety or just get some money and move around a little bit, you go crazy out here because you ain't had the experience of it. And now you're free, you're an adult, you move how you want to move, man, you be trying to knock down everything that move, man, just because you can. But if you not, if you sleep with 500 women, you're a sucker because you ain't met 500 women that was worth you. That was worth your time. That was worth your effort. That was worth your energy. If you slept with 500 women, they probably was all scallywags. Because how can you move through 500 women who have meaningful lives and expect to have a meaningful relationship? Unless you lie about your intentions and do all of that. And then even then, you're a bigger sucker. So when you think about it, man, we live in a world where besides just the narcissism trip from social media and the, just that thing, that scenario we were watching where this thing has been building up for decades to make a woman feel like she is worthy of things she's not worthy of. Then you got all the beta male simp manginas out here who feed right into the thing, who will have a woman that they know don't deserve them and so and wife them and do all of those type of things or make them think they're gonna wife them or blah blah blah. You got men out here who will lie to an unworthy woman to be able to be intimate with her and don't have no plan. What? What you lying to her for? She ain't even worth it. So shout out to Bruce, man, for knowing it was time to slide on, man. Now, next clip, man, we're going to listen to this big girl tell Pearl. I mean, she is a big girl. I'm talking about, man, 300-400 pounds. Watch what kind of man she tell Pearl she need. And this is also another thing that we got to deal with. The confusion and delusion of women these days, man. They really believe they deserve shit that they don't even bring to the table. How you deserve a man with money and you ain't got no money? How you deserve a man that's in shape and you ain't in shape? How you deserve a man that drives something nice and you ain't even got no car? How you deserve a man with pretty teeth and a pretty smile and you don't even remember your dentist's name? Let's check it out.
Yeah, he does have to be in shape. And by that, I don't mean that he has to, have like the rock hard abs and, be looking like the Rock. No, but for me, I feel like it does come down to health as well. Like it's not just about the way the person looks, but if they're healthy with it. Like someone can be big and they can also be healthy. So it just depends on obviously how they are and how they decide to live. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're healthy?
Yeah. Might not look it, but I am.
You heard what she said? Pearl asked her, do you feel like you're healthy? She said, yeah. I might not look it, but I feel like I am. I mean, I may not look it, but I am. How? How? This is the world we live in where I'm talking about absolute untruths. Absolute untruths will be believed. Let me tell y'all the problem, man, with the majority of women out here. They would rather be accepted with all of their flaws. We're men. We don't want to be accepted with our flaws because we working every day to become the best version of ourselves. She wants to be accepted with her flaw. She would rather have a man who accepts her like this and lets her move at her own pace than to have a man who's going to motivate her to become the best version of herself, because she don't want to be the best version of herself. She just wants the best version of you. She feel like to get the best version of you, she can just be how she is. She deserves that already. I can't tell you the amount of women I've met, man, throughout these years, man, who just want to be who they are. They don't want to get better. They don't want to build. They don't want to do nothing. They live in a dream world like this girl right here. Now she want a man who's in shape, and here she is talking about it's about health, and then she says she's healthy. But that's not the worst of it. I want y'all to listen to the rest of this.
Be okay with the guy that was bigger than you?
No.
As long as he was healthy.
No, because I'm actually in the process of losing weight.
Now, I want y'all to hear what she just said. She was asked, would you be okay with a man who was bigger than you if he was healthy? She said no, because she's in the process of losing weight. Now, first, she's healthy. She might not look it, but she's healthy. But she won't take a man that's big because she's in the process of losing weight. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody who say they're in the process of losing weight ain't in the process of nothing. They thinking about it. They're in the process of thinking about it. Man, let me tell y'all something. It's real. No man, unless you're a really, really small dude, you know what I'm saying? If you short and thin, let's say if you're a grown man and you weigh 135 pounds, that's something totally different. But if you're a grown man, you weigh 135 pounds, you need to work on yourself, dog. But when you think about it, no man should have a woman who's damn near his size. So let's say lean, all the way lean, you 190. What the you gonna do with a woman that's 180? Man, you need to outweigh your woman by at least 50 pounds. By at least 50. If you're 185, she need to be 135. If you're 200, she need to be 150. If you're 250, you need to be 200. You know what I'm saying? And then she could be 150. But even if you're 250 and you get a woman, she need to be no more than 200. Like, you need to outweigh your woman by 50 pounds. Even the best shape you can be in, you need to outweigh her by 50 pounds. So if you're 190 and your woman is 200, she too big for you. She too grown for you. You need to get a woman your size. You need to get a woman that's more your speed. Play with somebody your size. But we live in a society where, like, women don't even think that, man. Like, a woman don't even care about being 180, 190, 200 pounds, man. That is big for a woman. If you're not a muscular dude at that size, it's big for you too. But that's just the society we live in, man, where, man, you know what the toughest thing is, brothers. And I mean, enough about the weight thing and all that, but the toughest thing is just to find a woman who wants to be the best version of herself. And you can find women who want to be in shape, but they want to be in shape so they can post shit on social media. Like, I don't want you to be in shape so you can post on social media, because I don't want you to be posting your body on social media like that. You can't be with me. You can do what you want to do. I don't care what you do, but you can't do that and be with me. That ain't gonna work. So when you think about it, man, you meet a woman, she just don't want to be the best version of herself, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's becoming a recurring theme with me, man. I mean, women who getting money. I'm talking about getting money, but they eat all kind of shit, man. Then I meet women who may not be getting as much money, but then they content with being right there. Like, they don't even have a plan or a goal to upgrade their lives. But they're independent women now. All of them are independent to some extent, but they feel like they're okay with just trying to live the life they live based on where they are in life without upgrading anything. It just don't work, man. I mean, it don't work, man. And I'm of the mind that if you're trying to be the best version of yourself, then any woman that's going to be around you, she got to be on the same mission. If she's not on the same mission, then, I mean, you might as well go fishing. Because if you think you're going to find something good there, you're just wishing. You got a better chance go and catch a big fish. It's a crazy world out here, man. And we live in a society where the woman doesn't want to be the best version of herself because in her mind, she already is. No matter what her circumstances are, no matter what her situation is, she thinks she's the best version of herself. So let's say a woman who let's say she's sick. Who knows what? But at that point, she's still the best version of herself. You find a man, and I'm talking about, man, listen, man, I saw a woman, man, and then I didn't see her anymore for like 4 years, man. I saw her 1 year, man, she was bad. I saw her in 4 years, man, she had literally gained, man, looked like 125, 130 pounds, man. And I'm like, my question was, how do you even do that? Like, how do you gain 130 pounds? I'm talking about you, Liz, you must be the absolute opposite of a hard gainer if you can do that. But I just say, man, you just can't worry about it, man. You just got to live life, man. You just got to only deal with the women who fit into your life, man. And I mean, you're probably not going to find one who fit into the white position just because like women don't want to fit into it anymore. So our next clip, man, is going to be this 32-year-old woman who looks 52 is going to talk about, listen to the question. I'm going to break down the question and then we're going to listen to her answer and see how she circumvents the question.
32, do you think you're just as desired now by men when you were 23 or 27?
I feel like now I'm living my prime.
Look at that woman, man. If that woman is, she might be 32, but if she's 32, I'm going to tell you one thing about it. She drinks a lot of liquor. She drinks a lot of liquor. Because I remember one time, man, I met this chick, man, she was 32, man. I swear, man. And she was like, she had just been drinking liquor her whole life, man. Like, just drinking liquor her whole life. And you could see it, man. Like her eyes were just always bloodshot. Like, even if she ain't drank for like 5 days, man, her eyes were just always bloodshot. Like, there's a look to people who consume alcohol on a regular basis, man. There's just a look to them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever it is, man. You can tell people, you could tell by their eyes if they consume a lot of liquor, man. Like, it does something to your eyes, man. It makes your eyes, I haven't researched it, but you can tell by their eyes, you could tell just by, by their skin. Like, certain things just happen to them, man. So here's a woman who's probably drank a lot of liquor, man. I'm talking about a lot. I'm not talking about wine. I'm talking about a lot of liquor, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a look that people have to them when they consume. So if somebody tell me, man, they don't drink and they got that look, I'd be like, man, that person lying. Maybe they stopped. But by that point, you're kind of like alcoholic at that point. Like, you don't stop. So I say this to you, man. Let's get back into this.
Years, I feel the best. I think I'm most beautiful now. And I feel like my head is more in the right place, Now,
the question he asked her was, do you think men value you more now? Let me rewind that. Now, here's the question. The question is, at 32, do you think men value you more now than they did when you were 23? That's the question. I want you to listen to what her answer is, and we'll just listen to it all the way through this time.
32, do you think you're just as desired now by men when you were 23 or 27?
I feel like now I'm living my prime years. I feel the best. I think I'm most beautiful now. And I feel like my head is more in the right place, Because yes, a lot of men prefer younger girls in a way, but I feel like a real man would appreciate someone who has good values and mature.
Well, what advantages do you have over women who are younger?
I'm very independent. It's like a curse and a blessing. I always do everything on my own. I start over my life like so many times. Like I moved from London to LA to Miami. So I feel like I'm very independent.
And do you want any kids?
Of course, yes.
So, I mean, you're 32 now. When's the latest you expect?
I'm ready now, honestly. If I meet someone and he's ready to have a family with me and I see the same values he carries as I carry, I would say yes, of course. If he wants to have a family with me, I would ready to do that.
So how long into the relationship would you be like, all right, let's try?
Like at least 6 months just to get to know each other. And then from there, you move together and then next step.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I have known an awful lot of quote unquote independent women, and they all share one thing: instability. It don't matter how much money they make. I've met some who make $300,000-$400,000 a year, and I met some men who still trying to figure life out. And they all have that one thing, because independent means without guidance. That means that nobody is guiding you. That means that no one is leading you. That means that no one is telling you how to build a foundation for the life you want, because that shit don't just happen overnight. So when you hear her say, I'm very independent, I do everything on my own, and she said, I started my life over several times, that means you ain't been doing shit on your own, but on a roller coaster, going up and down in life. Now you got two kind of women. You got her who will say, who will claim it, I've been independent, and you got the woman who will say, well, blame it on somebody else. But it's all based on independence, man. Like there is no such thing as a truly independent woman. If a woman is truly independent, then you see her life on a roller coaster. If a woman accepts that she can't be independent and she's relying on a man for guidance and tutelage, I'm talking about consistently and constantly and doing every single thing he says the way he says, then you'll see a woman, man, who has stability. Stability is not something that women manufacture on their own. They don't manufacture it. Beyonce didn't have stability before she met Jay. She was an artist on a label being treated like an artist, even though she was selling all those records. She met Jay. Jay took over everything. Moved her dad out the way because her dad didn't have the balls to step to the labels and say, okay, we run this. He ain't had the know-how. Jay been running the label his whole life. He built a legacy. And so he took over and gave her stability. As a creative, she had stability. She became that, like her household, her husband controlled her business, which means her business went from the hands of a record company to in-house. And so you have to understand, that's another term, man. The Rain Carey Show, boy, I love that term, free-spirited. Free-spirited. You know what free-spirited means? Up and down like a damn roller coaster. It means that there is no consistency in my life. That's what free spirit means. See, these aren't terms that a woman sets out to be. A woman don't set out to be independent. Let me tell you what an independent woman's mindset is. Every time I'm down, I'm by myself. That's where the independent mindset comes from. From going up and down and just remembering when I'm down, I'm by myself. So when you're down and you keep going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, once you're down about 5 times, 3, 4, 5 times, you just start feeling independent, because you're like, when you're down, you start to wing yourself away from everybody. And however far you build yourself up, and it's never very high. It's never very high. Well, here's the thing about a woman, and this isn't like us. If a woman is on level 5 and she falls back down to level 1, she's not going to make it back to level 5. She may make it to level 4. If a woman falls from level 4 back down to level 1, she's never going to make it to level 4 and 5 again. She'll be at level 3. A woman has to be guided in order to have stability and consistency in her life. But you can't guide a woman. Listen, what I tell you, if you can't teach her, you can't reach her. You understand? So if she don't understand how to be led, then she's not going to understand. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So when you hear this woman talk, man, this woman is convinced that at this point, and you notice that when he asks her, do men hold more value in you? You know what she said? I think I'm this, and I think I'm that, and I think I'm this, and I feel like this, and let me tell you something. The man asks you a question, you say I 5 times, that's narcissism. The man asks you what men think. And out of 5 different responses you gave, all of them were I. You think everything is about you. You think that because you feel a certain way about yourself is true, but it's not. The problem with society today, we have gone away from the point where a woman seeks true validation. Because women have always needed validation, but she doesn't seek true validation anymore. She replaced true validation with social media validation. And so now she can be validated any way she wants to. Why do you think Snapchat created all those filters, man? This is by design. It's by design. Wherever a woman gets her validation from, that's going to be her God. So social media is her God because that's what makes her feel the best about herself. Man, you got these young teenagers out here, man, they are willing to do something to themselves, man, if they don't get enough likes on something. I'm telling you, man, look around. Just look that up. Look that up and see how many teenagers around here, man, doing things to themselves, man, because they don't get enough likes, because they're not popular enough on social media, because people talk bad about them on social media, man. That's why I tell you can't deal with a woman on social media. Not because, she gonna, oh man, she gonna be, meeting people, she gonna be selling herself. No. It's because the deeper she gets entrenched in that, once her validation comes from social media, she's ruined as far as relationships go. She's ruined. However, she gets her validation from social media. So I just tell y'all, man, if her validation comes from social media, you find me a woman that's consistently posting pictures of herself on a daily basis. She ain't even got to be scantily clad. She can be in gym clothes every day. If she's posting herself every day, then she's seeking validation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's seeking validation. I don't necessarily mean a content creator, because it's business. Like if you're online and it's business and you're a content creator, that's something totally different. It's hard to be seeking validation from that. So even when you see a woman that's scantily clad and she's doing content, like she's selling it with her body, but she's doing it to sell. She's doing it to get views, get clicks. Like it's business. I wouldn't date a woman who did that. I wouldn't deal with a woman who did that. I wouldn't date no woman, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't deal with a woman who did that. But I get that. But I'm talking about a woman who just posts herself online because she needs the likes. She ain't got no business attached to it. She ain't running no ass. She ain't doing nothing. She just needs the likes. So I'm telling you right now, man, the best woman you'll ever find, is a woman who embraces your validation as being enough for her. You're not gonna find it. That I hope you weren't expecting me to tell you where you find it, because you're not gonna find that, man. That's over in this society. So this last clip, man, it's actually two clips, man. It's the NFL player wife explains her exit strategy. I call it exit strategy manipulation. She's gonna explain how she controls her man money, and then she's gonna explain why she controls her man money, and then she's gonna threaten that man pretty much with what she gonna do to his money if he try to leave her. Let's listen to this, man, and we'll come back and chop it up, man.
When we get paid, I will spend as much money as I want because it's our money, and he decided to marry me. And I do everything that he wants, like I'll cook and clean and stuff like that. And when he makes money, I'm gonna spend it. And that's just what marriage is. Like, you don't have to get married. As soon as we became one, whatever is his is also mine. So I pretty much live my life as I please. And that's just the way it is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I cannot say that I agree. So I'm in London, England for my husband's NFL game. I decided it's time for us to address all of the hate comments that we've been receiving about our relationship. Specifically me, because everyone says that I'm a controlling wife and I have way too many rules for him and things like that. And obviously, I know it works for my husband and I. And with the, career that he has, he's in the NFL. He gets women falling to his feet every day. You literally just cannot expect these men to not be tempted sometimes. And I think it's my responsibility to keep him in his place. There's a few things that I always make sure that we do in order to keep the spark alive. Obviously, today's a Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, I, require him to take me out on a date, have our little date night, realize that I'm the one for him. It's always hard to not feel that if you're not, seeing your woman look done up every day. I want him to know that Instagram is not a reality. I can look like all those girls on Instagram too. And I want him to see me, and I want him to be in awe of me. Because a lot of the times I'm looking crazy just like this. And again, I just don't want temptation to be there for him. I want him to choose me every time.
My bad. Muted my mic and then kept right on going, man. That's why I don't ever mute my mic, man. When I mute my mic, for some reason, I just forget to unmute my mic, man. I don't know what it is, but I forget to unmute my mic a lot of times. But when you think about it, man, what value does this woman have to this man's life? Like, what value can she actually add to his life? She's just a warm body. Out of all the warm bodies in the world, he just locked himself into one warm body, man. I'm like, man, what? She requires him to take her on dates on Tuesday. Why? She already spending his money every day. She requires him. But let me tell you something, man. I don't fault her. We ain't finna talk bad about her at all. What we finna talk about is how dudes get caught up with these women who don't like them. Man, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all. Let's talk about 7 signs. I'm gonna give y'all right now before we head out of here. I'm gonna give y'all the top 7 signs that your modern woman actually likes you. There's some signs that you can tell where a woman actually likes you. And these are the signs. And if a woman doesn't do these, it's because she don't like your ass like that. I mean, it ain't nothing to be mad about. It's just something true. If she doesn't do these things, she don't like you like that, man. Let me get these super chats right quick, man. Let me get these super chats right quick. All right, we got Charles Anthony Brown, CAB, salute, appreciate the dime. Man, surely this young man has access to many viable options, but choosing the 304, he definitely ate the tomato sauce. Man, he had to. He had to. Spaghetti, lasagna, all types of things, man. Hog 77, appreciate the dime, putting a 304 in the white position equivalent to expecting a hamster to become an electrician. These boys need to be seeking a spiritual connection instead of love and affection. Man, that's really all it's about. The spiritual connection will protect you. The love and affection will neglect you. And then put you in a position where a woman can dissect you. Plus, believe me when I tell you that, man. Dr. Lee, the chosen. Appreciate the 2 bones, man. Don't forget South Africa OG, white folk Ben took over. Yeah, man, South Africa been monkey. Yeah, it's some, you know, you know what, man? It's pretty much everywhere in the world now, man. Rhythm of Water TV, appreciate the dime super sticker, man. It's pretty much all over the world right now, man. Like, it's just everywhere. You can't get away from it, man. So, 7 signs that your woman really, really likes you. If she's on social media, you know all her social media. Like, you don't even have to ask. Like, you know all her social media. Like, when you get her phone number, you get her social media. That's just what it is. If a woman really likes you, she wants you to have every possible, not because she wants you to know she ain't doing that. She wants you to have every possible method of contacting her. You understand? Because she's into you. That don't mean that she wasn't dealing with no other men. That means that you automatically jump to the top of the heap. Like, you the man. If she don't do that, you not the man. You just another dude that she dealing with. And never believe that when you met a woman, she wasn't dealing with nobody. Never believe that. If a woman tell you that, she lying. It's a bold-faced lie. You know what I'm saying? Unless she fresh out of a situation. I get that. But even fresh out of a situation, man, a woman always got somebody she can deal with, somebody she can talk to, somebody she can call to fall through. She just always got it. It's too many simps out here. Like, there are simps everywhere. I don't tell her how many times somebody try to talk to your woman all throughout the day, man. Even if she end up not talking to him, she may get some numbers. She may get some numbers. And just in case thing ain't working out with y'all, she might do that. Number 2. And this one is one that y'all don't even think about. If a woman is really into you. Now, if a woman just keep her red receipts on all the time on her phone, that's something totally different. But if a woman keeps her red receipts off for everyone and she just keep them off, she'll turn them on for you. Why? Because she likes you. She wants to know exactly when you contact her. She don't want to miss your text. She don't want to miss your call. So her red receipts will be on, and she wants you to know that she's getting your calls and getting your texts. And listen, she's not doing that because she's just this amazing, this open woman. She's doing that because she feels like that's a valuable thing. She wants you to know that you're special. So I don't do this for everybody. So she automatically includes you in her special group of people. It's the same thing with her favorites. So let's say she got her phone on Do Not Disturb. If she really likes you, she adds you to her favorites. So even when she's on Do Not Disturb, your call will come through if you call. Your text will come through if you text. You may not call, you may not text. But if you do, she want to make sure that she does not miss a call or text from you. Because she like you like that, man. And this is the level of like you should want from a woman. If you're not getting this level of like, you cannot put that woman in an important position in your life. You just can't do it. And somebody may say, well, what about your red receipts? Man, you ain't got to do everything the woman do. These are the things that let you know that the woman likes you. You know what let the woman know you like her? You spend time with her. If you spend time with a woman, you like her. I'm talking about time with her now. I ain't talking about fall through, let her come out to the car and top you out. I ain't talking about fall through late night, lay up in there with a man for 2-3 hours, man, and then bounce before the sun come up. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about spend time with her. When you spend time with a woman, there's no greater form of appreciation that you can give a woman than taking time away from everything else and spending that time with her. So you don't have to do these things. Your time is more valuable than all of these things. Since we're talking about time, number 4 thing, there's a minimal return contact time. What do I mean by that? If you happen to text her or call her, it doesn't take her long to get back at you if she misses your joint. If you call or text a woman and it take her an hour to get back to you, a woman ain't never in a position where it should take an hour for her to get back to you, unless she's at work where she can't use her phone. And by that, under those circumstances, you ain't contacting her anyway, right? When you know the woman at work and she can't use her phone, man, then you ain't contacting her anyway. I hope not. But under normal circumstances, it should not take her long to contact you. If it does, she ain't feeling you like that, homie. It ain't a bad thing. It ain't a good thing. It's just a true thing. It's not for you to say, well, you're doing this and you don't contact me and blah, blah, blah. It's for you to know. Stop thinking everything you know you got to confront the woman with it. This shit ain't for you to confront the woman with. This is so you to know, so you can be gamed up, man, so you can stay on top of shit. That's what this is for. This is for you. The number 5 sign that this woman is really, really into you, there's only a certain amount of time she can go without at least checking on you. I say, quote unquote, checking on you. There's only a certain amount of time she can go without at least checking on you. Without at least just shooting you a text saying, hey, I was just checking on you, make sure everything's good today. How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. There's only a certain amount of time she can go without doing that. Now, am I saying something's wrong with a woman not doing that? No, I'm just saying if she don't do that, she ain't feeling you, dog. You're one of many. You're not the one above many. You're not the one. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't dealing with no woman if I ain't the man. If I ain't even talking about how many men she dating, or how many men she talking to. If I ain't the man, I ain't doing it. I ain't got to. I just ain't got to do it. I don't have to. So think about that. Think about that. Especially, man, think about if you're dealing with a woman, man, think about you take a trip. You take a trip, man, and I'm talking about you got multiple flights that day, man. The woman don't even shoot you a text and then, man, to make sure you're traveling safe, man, and you're flying safe, or none of that, dog. Let's say you're on a road trip and the woman don't even check it, man, to see if you good, dog. Man, that woman ain't feeling you. Listen, let's say you're dealing with a woman, man, and let's say y'all ain't even getting along. If y'all ain't even getting along, dog. Now I won't say y'all ain't getting along. Say she in her feelings. You had to chastise her about something, she in her feelings. She still will not let a certain amount of time pass, man, without at least checking on you. I'm telling you, brothers, if she ain't, I don't care what she says. If she ain't doing this, man, she ain't feeling you like that. And so let's say you got a woman who is doing that, and then she stopped. At that point, she stopped feeling you. Y'all got to stop believing that shit got to last forever. Like when someone's interaction with you changes, then their actions in their life have changed. And I'm not saying because she ain't doing that to you, she automatically doing it with someone else. I'm saying that her focus and actions in life have changed from proving that she's into you. That's just the reality of it, man. Like if a woman ain't on you like that, dog, she ain't feeling you. You wasting time. You got to build her attraction. I'm not finna build no woman attraction or no woman interested in me. I got better things to build. I need to build some shit that gonna make some paper. And me increasing her interest in me is not gonna make no paper. The number 6 sign that a woman is really into you, she gonna introduce you to the important people in her life. If you dealing with a woman and you ain't never met nobody, man, that woman ain't feeling you like that. And here's the thing. A woman will be intimate with you. A woman will spend time with you. A woman will talk to you on the phone. A woman do all that's just basic shit. Everybody does that. People talk on the phone. People spend time together. People are intimate. We live in an over-sexualized society where people are intimate with people they don't even like. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about the things that are a sign that this woman is feeling you. She's gonna introduce you to the important people in her life. Now, am I saying you're gonna be everybody? No, but she's gonna introduce you to the important people in her life. She's gonna do that. She's gonna find a way. She's gonna make it happen. So I want you to think about it. If you never met anybody important in her life, she is not very well liked. People don't like her. Or she got something to hide. Or she just don't like you like that, dog. See, when I say she don't like you like that, a woman can like you and a woman can be feeling you. When I say feeling, I mean that literally. She's connected to you. There's a connection. She's feeling your energy. Sometimes one can just like you because you're an interesting guy and y'all have good conversation and all of that right there, man. But if a woman ain't doing these things, man, and there are more things than these, I'm just giving you my top 7, then she ain't really feeling you. The number 7 thing, and this is a big one. This is a big one. She's going to be open to any minor adjustments required to be with you. That one is the telltale sign that a woman is feeling you, bruh. I'm talking about, man, this woman feeling you. She's going to be open to making any minor adjustments you require. Now, somebody may say, why only minor adjustments, Doc? Why she ain't willing to make no major adjustments? Because if a woman has to make major adjustments, you're messing with the wrong woman in the first place. She don't even fit into your damn life. If a woman has to make a major adjustment just to fit into your life, you're wasting time. You could do better. There's a better option for you. She should only have to make minor adjustments. And those minor adjustments aren't based on the fact that she's, nobody's perfect. So we're not talking about perfection, but she's never met a man like you. So they're going to be minor adjustments she's going to have to make just dealing with you. They're going to be minor adjustments. So, number 1, she's going to hip you to all her social media. Same time, she give you a phone number because she wants you to have every way to contact her. Number 2, she going to have her red receipts on for you. If she don't have them on for nobody else or no other time, she going to turn them on for you because that's another way for her to make you feel special. You understand? That's another way for her to let you know that you're a special person in her life. Believe it, we don't do that as men, but that's some shit that women do. They'll turn on their red receipts. They'll turn on their red receipts. To her, turning on the red receipts, let you know that she's always paying attention to you. That she's always looking forward to talking to you. That she's always, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Truth be told, you shouldn't even talk to a woman who ain't got a red receipts on for you. Like she ain't feeling you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a connection that a woman wants to have with the man she's really feeling. She wants to let you know. When she's responding to you quickly like that, you got to think about the game. Now, you got women be in the dating game. So you got to think about the rules of the game. If a woman is barely responding to guys and responding the next day and doing all that, she wants to let you know that the very moment she sees your text, she responds to your text. That's her way of letting you know. Well, that's her way of letting herself know. She has to let herself know these things as well. Like she wants to feel like there's a possibility that she's met the one. But man, women are just weird like that. Number 3, she got you on her favorites. So if she got a phone on do not disturb, bam. If you happen to call or text, guess what? You come through. She gets your alert. Even if she had to tell you, hey, babe, I'm gonna call you back, she still gets your alerts. Number 4, minimal return contact time. That means that if you do reach out to her, man, it don't take her a long time to get back to you. You know what I'm saying? I say within an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because she may be busy, but there's nothing she can be doing that where she can't get back to you within an hour with at least a text to say, hey, I'll call you back when I'm done, blah, 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 or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the minimal time. You know what I'm saying? So number 5, there's only a certain amount of time she can go without at least checking on you. Under no circumstances. If you're dealing with a woman, there are no circumstances that will make her just not check on you. She's gonna check on you because she want to make sure you're okay. Because you know what? She enjoys the way she feels when y'all together. And the last thing she wants is for you to not be there so she can feel that way. You know, she loves how you make her feel. Number 6, she's gonna introduce you to the most important people in her life. So you're gonna meet them. You know what I'm saying? The people she values, you're gonna meet them. You're gonna meet them. Now I ain't saying she's gonna be like, hey, I got everybody together, come meet them, but you gonna meet them. You know what I'm saying? You may not meet them all at once. You may. She may have an event and then invite you to. That may be a family function she invites you to. That's another thing. If a woman is really feeling you and there's a family function she got to go to, if she don't invite you, she ain't feeling you. That's just real. If she doesn't invite you, she ain't feeling you. You ain't that dude. Now, granted, if you live in another state, you know what I mean. But even then, if there's enough time, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll invite you. She'll at least run it by you. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna go, but she'll invite you. You understand what I'm saying? So she's gonna introduce you to the important people in her life. Number 7, she's gonna be open to any minor adjustments you require. Why minor adjustments only? Because she should only have to make minor adjustments. If she had to make major adjustments, then she don't even fit into your life. So look at him, man. It's been right at 2 hours, man. Perfect timing. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Lewis Weaver, welcome to the Alpha Family, man. Welcome to the GLG. Appreciate you joining. Hall, appreciate 2 Bones. Facts on Facts, Doc. Appreciate you, man. Day One, appreciate the 7 Bones. Thanks for the wisdom, Doc. Salute to you, Day One, man. Appreciate it. All right, man. We're going to go ahead and get ready to slide out of here, man. But like I tell y'all all the time, I know what I bring to a woman's life, and it's worth paper. And I know y'all bring some of the same things. Y'all put God first, keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace.